Dear friends, today I would like to do one interesting video on combination of Mars and Venus energy, which influences triggers marriage and a very good marital life. The combination has utmost significance and importance in matchmaking as well as marital life because unless the Venus and Mars have a connection in the chart or a good aspect of Venus and good aspect of Mars on Venus and good aspect of Venus on Mars, either of them, or they should be conjoined. Unless this happens, the couple just leads a mechanical life. There is no romance, there is no attraction between the couple. Why? Because I tell you some insights. So Mars, as I narrated in my previous video, Mars produces a masculine commander, leader kind of manly personality. He's like a bull. He's the one who dictates. Okay? In contrast, Venus produces opposite personalities. Very sensual, very soft, very emotional, caring, very optimistic, entertaining, amusing kind of personalities Venus produces. So that's why, so opposite poles always attract, so like poles always repel. So a Mars person marries another Mars person, they end up fighting every day. A Mars person marries a Venus person, there is a lot of attraction, there is a lot of bonding, a lot of romance between the couple. They lead a happy life. Especially when it comes to love affairs. Venus and Mars, they play a major role. Like people who just have immature love and who do elope against parents' wish and will, they have a strong connection between Venus and Mars. In addition to that, some other malefic planets also should support, either Rahu or Ketu, because the other malefic planets have to amplify this energy. Unless and until their energy is amplified, they can't be bold to take such a step to elope, without the knowledge of their belongings, parents, kith and kin. They get married and come back, for a blessing. So this combination at an extreme level, if they are strongly connected and even other planets are also involved in this combination, they create these kind of scenarios. So there are two types of people when it comes to dealing with love affairs: Mars governed people and Sun governed people. So what is Sun? So from natural zodiac, Sun is fifth lord. So fifth lord is fifth house is house that represents relationships. And more of immature in nature. Whereas the relationship signified by seventh house is more of mature in nature. That leads to, the other person becoming a partner. That is what, the seventh house relationship brings. Whereas fifth, it is all, because fifth house is house of love, romance, infatuation, creativity, self-expression. So a sun-governed person, he carries a lot of ego. He can't win in his love life. because uh, girls, they don't like egoistic people. Sun is as good as Mars in terms of masculine nature, but the difference between Mars and Sun is a more of creates egoistic personality. Mars gives just aggression. So girls or women, they like that aggression in men. That's what they're attracted to, fall in love, elope with them. Because Mars is the one who stands for courage. Sun is the one who stands for ego. If any horoscope, if Sun and Venus are conjoined, their love life may end up with a disaster unless Jupiter aspects. What is Jupiter aspect? So when Jupiter aspect, what happens? The parents come in between, they do counseling, it becomes a love come arranged marriage. But Mars Venus combination, it's a extreme. They make up their mind. And I always say this to many people. This combination, some 50% cases, prone to some negative effects unless there is a Jupiter aspect on Mars or Venus. Because a couple, they just can't lead a life without caring, attraction, and romance. And just with these three, they can't lead a life. They want something else. They want to be a family. They want to be taken care. Their children have to be taken care. So Jupiter aspect to Mars and Venus, it really creates a very good balance. If it is just Venus and Mars, they just run their life with attraction. So romance is the focal point of their life. They like each other, they're attracted, that's it. They got married. But if Jupiter is involved, they lead a noble life. They set as an example. I have seen many people with me, Venus Mars combination, who got into marital life without Jupiter's support, how their life shaped up, and with Jupiter support, how their life shaped up. So here the connection of Jupiter is essential, because there is always need to be a balance. Because you can love anyone whom you like, but why you marry? For a higher reason, because you want the other person to follow that lineage, samskara, dharma. So that's why Jupiter brings all those things. Just Venus and Mars can't bring all this infrastructure. So referring to matchmaking, so Aries born boy and Libra born girl, they're the best combination. Because for the boy, the seventh lord is Venus, and for the girl, the seventh lord is Mars. They're directly connected. And as well, if you see Scorpio and Taurus, they're also very good combination. So what happens if the girl is Scorpio sign, and the boy is Taurus? Still it makes a good combination. It's not necessary that all men are manly, harsh, and stubborn. It is likely in some cases, 25 to 30% cases, men are very delicate, very soft, very sensitive, emotional, but their opposite is completely different. They are a bit rough, practical, materialistic, leader kind of personality. So these couples also survive well, because the qualities that they carry on, they're quite contrast, quite opposite. So that's why there is a balance. So that's why I always tell my clients when they come for this matchmaking compatibility. So usually I don't believe matchmaking, because it's not something, you go to market and pick a vegetable that you like. So the spouse is not like that. So you need to have a bigger thought process, bigger vision. Why you marrying a other person? The reason why I don't believe matchmaking, because I strongly believe in that marriages are made. They are made in heaven. So you are bringing a chart to an astrologer who is likely your spouse. She was already your spouse. Your marriage was made. Because this is all past karma, the past debt that brings up this relationship, that you need to bear with such a person. It's not, X, Y, Z, what you like. So this boy is, better than this boy because he has Hamsa Mahapurusha Yoga, he has Ruchika Mahapurusha Yoga also. Those marriages, they don't survive. If you just look at that perspective. The astrologer has to see, is this the boy he has brought a chart. Is this the chart? Has connection to the past debt to whom this boy is actually linked up. It has to come in foreground. That's how it's a perfect marriage. That's how, compatibility has no significance. Compatibility works in only 20 cases, because some charts, when you do compatibility as per their planetary situation in their chart, some planets, they don't show certainty that the marriage is bound to happen for this boy or girl. They show just tendencies. For charts who have that past link-ups, the prarabdha karma, what we say, if they have the debt, they owe something to other person, they are supposed to come to foreground as a spouse, as a partner, because they have to burn the debt together. And also I am telling the negative side of it also. The Mars and Venus connection is very good when it comes to attraction, romance, leading a happy life. But if that combination takes aspect from Rahu and afflicted moon Mercury, without the positive aspect of Jupiter, they are not going to be successful. They need deep counseling from an astrologer. They need to follow some remedial procedures. If they belong to they hail from a very good family, they have to do all the procedures for them to sustain in that relationship space. So the Venus-Mars combination along with the Jupiter aspect makes a couple an ideal who lead a happy, prosperous life. So this is my analysis about marriage relationships and how Venus and Mars influence impact uh, with respect to relationships. If you like the video, click on the subscribe button, the bell button. If you are looking for more information, please visit my website. Thank you very much.